Okay, I am going to do just a quick demonstration of my Raspberry Pi and how it works, and just kind of give you a quick walk through the setup for this demonstration so you can understand how everything is firing. So here is the Pi itself. As you can see, it is not being powered by the wall. I've installed a battery. It's a 3800 milliamp battery. So it's like a cell phone battery. So it's powering itself, so it makes it extremely portable. Normally, for normal use, I would do an SSH into it to configure it. It automatically broadcasts its SSID right when you turn it on, but for the sake of this demonstration, I have an HDMI cable, and I have that connected to a monitor so that we can kind of watch the guts as this rejects my attack. So here we have the Raspberry Pi's desktop. Let me just pull this up so you can see. It is broadcasting. It's broadcasting this one from its WLAN 1, and we're connected to this one, which is my home network. So it's acting right now as an access point. I have another machine over here. This is a Windows machine where I'm going to try and access the Raspberry Pi through an SSH terminal and attempt to do a brute force attack on it. As you can see, I am connected to the Raspberry Jam. Right there's the SSID. And then I just have this email address that I set up. It's, what was it? It's in here. It's, I think, snort alerts something at gmail.com. And you can see the progressiveness here of how I've gone in and changed the name of it, and I finally got subject line working, and so that's pretty cool. So I'll show you here. It'll pop up an alert right there, which will go to my phone as well, and I'll just kind of walk you through how that works. And so first things first, I will come over here to the Raspberry Pi, and I'm going to run Snort, this awesome software. And right here I've got Snort, I've got it pointed to its configuration file, and I'm saying I want to sniff packets on WLAN 1, which is this flashing blue one. It's the external one, it's the more powerful one. Yeah, so that's the one we're connected to. So I want to be able to sniff all the packets that are on that, which is this PC, which is connected to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get Snort started, and that's just going to kind of run in the background. Just kind of get that out of the way there so I can show you some other things. So I have one other utility that I need to get started. So we have Snort searching for packets, and then I have this other awesome utility called Swatch, Simple Log Watcher. Now this utility here, there's the executable. I have it pointed to my system logs, which I have my Snort configured to save all of my Snort logs into my system logs. And you'll see why that's important in just a minute. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this started. There, so now it's watching those logs. So here I have a Snort rule that I've created, and this is actually the one that we're going to be using today. It's the only SSH rule I've written, and what it's going to do is look for a brute force attack. And so I have it set to, I want to say maybe 5 tries. Well, we'll see. Anyway, the important part is I have it set as a priority 0 right there. This is just the message part, but just for clarity so you can see, it's set for 0. So what that means is this is, to me, I've said this is a really, really important alert. And so that's what Swatch is looking for. It's using these, or Snort, I'm sorry, excuse me, Snort's using this. Now this is what Swatch uses over here. So this is actually Swatch's configure file, and it's going to keep an eye on those logs, and it's going to, whenever it sees a priority 0, it's going to execute this send mail function where it will actually send me an email. So, can I get over here? Oh, there you go. So it'll actually send me this email with an alert, and I have its own email address all programmed into the system already. So let's go ahead and watch now as I perform a brute force. So I've got Snort up and running, it's listening, and Swatch is keeping an eye on those to react. So I'm going to go ahead and here we go. Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, or attempt to log in rather, to this SSH. So I got this password. No, that's not the right password. That's not the right password either. And again, I want to say there's 5, maybe 6. There it is. So not only do I get rejected by the shell, but over here, oh, there it is. So I got my alert here. It just went off on my watch and on my phone, although I'm using my phone right now to record this, but you can see here's another brute force attack, and it gives me the time, and so I can actually, now that I've been alerted, let's say I'm on vacation or something, I can go back and I can look through all of these alerts and I can see the time, and I'll be able to match that time up with the logs. So I'll go ahead and stop Snort. Oh, I already stopped it. So Snort stopped, and stop Swatch. And there you have it. So there's my intrusion detection system. I've got, I can go back through Snort, I can look at all of the different packets, and I can go back into the system logs, and I can check that out. So there it is. Thank you.